What is up, everybody? This is your boy. I need to not talk like that. I'm sorry. My name is Michael. For those of you who have seen me before, you know that I'm not a very good talker. I'm not the best at reviewing stuff, but we're here because we're just having fun. If you don't like this video, I'm going to be frank with you. I don't give a crap. My friend Falco here probably don't care because this ain't his channel, so he don't care anyways. We're here to have fun. If you like the video, cool. If not, whatever. We're not going to tell you to do all the other things. If you like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to be doing that here. This is a all new show. As you see, Cornfield Production Studios, live from the middle of nowhere in Iowa. Except for him, he's, somewhere halfway across the country. We will not reveal that location. Somewhere in the United States. Anyways, and as you can see, he's got that little thing there. I'm gonna figure out how to do that. Well, while I remember how to add that, ladies and gentlemen,
Hangout toolbox.
I know, man. Dang it! I'm just trying to find out. I'm trying to stall so I can find it. He is the man of. He is the master of the Romo Fan Nation. And the believer, Fat Boy, aka James. And now I gotta remember how to actually do this bottom third thing. Dang it.
Oh boy, you are a son of a bitch, you know that.
Introduce yourself, man. Dang it. Come on, man.
Yes, I am Fatboy 504. You find me on the WGS TV reviews and the Hardcore Wrestling Radio videos that they do. I'll tell you all about it later on, if you don't know about it.
Now, does it work? Did it work?
Yes, it does.
Alright. Anyways, I remember how to actually view YouTube comments because I do not remember. There ain't nobody commenting, so I don't care. Anyways, Fat Boy, we're gonna let Fat Boy here take the lead, and if you don't like the railing, again, I don't care. Fat Boy, we're gonna let you take the lead. Start us off. We are talking Summerslam 2014 this Sunday, live on the WWE Network. For how much again, Fat Boy?
$9.99.
All right. Anyways, I have to work during SummerSlam, folks, but at least I paid $9.99 so I can watch it when I get home from the beginning. Anyways, now boy, start us off.
Alright, this is in no chronological order, but we gotta start off with Mike's favorite match in the whole wide world, the Lumberjack match, which is Dean Ambrose versus his boy, Seth Rollins. Would you like to do your picks?
Everybody, all you people on YouTube, you have no idea where I live. I have no shame in admitting I'm from this. You're not gonna find me, and if you do find me, I don't care, because I have no life. Anyways, I'm from the same town as Seth Rollins. Grew up, watching him wrestle a little bit around this area. Well, I didn't grow up. I started watching around this area. Anyways. So it's hard to not be biased, but basically, I'm getting off track. So this feud's been building for a little while, as we know, because of them turning on each other and whatnot. I'm sorry I'm getting off track, people. Again, I don't care if you don't like the way this is going. Anyways, they've been feuding for a little while. They're supposed to... they ran into each other at Money in the Bank. We know what happened there. Dean was about to win Money in the Bank. Yes, close. And then,
Kane.
Kane comes out. Thank you. Kane came out and distracted him. Seth won Money in the Bank, and then a battleground. We know what happened there. Match started happening because Dean attacked Seth. Dean got kicked out. And now we've been building and building. He keeps stopping Seth from cashing in Money in the Bank. Finally, we're at SummerSlam coming up. Dean won the right to pick the stipulation. He picked a lumberjack match, which I find interesting. I was, I really thought they would have gone with something along the lines of, winner gets the briefcase. But I understand why they didn't, because again, they don't want Seth to escape from Dean, blah blah blah. Um, all in all, Dean's been getting up the upper hand pretty much left and right for the majority of this built fight and feud. I think it's Seth that needs to go over, and I'm picking Seth Rollins. Sorry for the rambling, but Seth Rollins is going to win this match. He's going to kick it over whichever direction he's in on the screen.
Well, with this one, this is a really interesting match, and you're right. Basically, this feud has been feuding since the breakup of the Shield. Um, Dean Ambrose always wants that revenge on Seth for betraying his brothers. And basically, lumberjack match. Basically, there's nowhere for Seth to run. Basically, if he try to leave, those lumberjacks are gonna throw him back in. I think you're right, but you're wrong at the same time. I think Dean Ambrose needs this win because really, also the fact of the matter is, whoever holds Money in the Bank always loses most of their matches before they cash in for the title shot.
That is an excellent point. Now that I think about it, Daniel Bryan, lost a lot of his matches.
Dolph
I'm
Ziggler
not.
lost. Dolph Ziggler lost a lot of his matches. Really?
Yeah.
Um, unless the briefcase is on the line, they most of the time loses their matches. But yeah, my pick is Ambrose.
Well, you do make a good point. As I'm checking YouTube and realized that I had your name selected, and apparently, even without selecting it, it still only shows you. I've tried to figure out how to get to show all of us at the same time on the little bottom of the screen, but YouTube apparently doesn't like that. So, anyways, let's see, YouTube don't like me. Anyways, moving on. Actually, before we move on, I want to say that is a good point. I don't know if that's the way they'll go, but I'm sorry, I'm losing my track of mind. Anyways, Fab, get us back on track.
Alright, this match is what you also could see for $9.99. And this belt you can't even get for $9.99 unless you pay $999, which is a different story. The Intercontinental Championship match is The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. I might as well start this off first. Really, this one is a very interesting one because I really thought The Miz would go on with the title and feud with Sheamus, but the fact of the matter is, he's going a different route. Basically, he is feuding with the last person he eliminated, which is Dolph Ziggler. And basically, with The Miz costing Ziggler a few of his matches and whatnot, and basically the fact Miz wants to protect his moneymaker face because he's Mr. Hollywood, kind of piss off Ziggler, and I think Ziggler is going to be that close to winning the title at SummerSlam, but The Miz is going to find a way to win it. So I'm going to say Miz to retain. Over to you, Mike.
Well, you know how much I kind of despise Miz. Miz has been kind of annoying over the time, and especially even more now because of the whole moneymaker, don't touch my face, Tyler, Tyler Breeze, whatever,
Tyler Breeze.
Seems like Tyler Breeze gimmick. Anyways, And by the way, Cowboy, if you could, whenever you're not talking, if you could mute your mic so it doesn't keep switching back and forth, please.
Alright.
Because I know she keeps doing that. Ah! Anyways, um, I've always kind of been. I used to be a misfit, and then I switched off because it started to annoy me. He's the only person I really flip flopped on. I guess you can kind of say John Cena too, but whatever. Um, it's interesting because out of nowhere, Dolph Ziggler's starting to feud with somebody and actually kind of somewhat getting the push. I don't know if you can call it a push because he could be just back to jobbing the night after. But he's fighting for a title again. I don't think he's going to win because they're going to milk this Miz pretty boy face thing, especially until his movie comes out when I won't be until next year. So now someone tell me, how the hell can you be a box office draw when all your movies are straight to DVD? That boy, do you want to explain that one?
Your question is as good as mine. I don't hell no.
That's what I'm saying, though, folks. Anyways, again, so I'm getting off track. Um, I mean, Ziggler needs a win to really boost him and put him back into a highlight spot, especially with being the Intercontinental title, since it seems like they're not doing anything with Sheamus in the U.S. title, at least as of this writing. I don't think there's a U.S. title match, but um, all in all, it'll be a good match. I mean, especially with Ziggler in it, but we're gonna have to go with honestly the Miz retaining the Intercontinental Championship. Cut boy.
The Powerhouse versus the Viper, which you can see for $9.99. Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. Hand it over to you, Mike, to explain.
For only $9.99. Again, people, that's $9.99. You can watch Spears, Superman punches. No, not Clark Kent. RKO's, punts. What is it, a scoop slam or whatever that thing is, and then people run at Randy and then he. Whatever. You can watch DDTs off the second row. You can watch maybe a punt. I doubt it. You can watch Roman Reigns going ooh in the corner. You can watch the announcers call Roman Reigns the next big thing. You know they have never said that, or they say he's a star. You can watch all of this for only $9.99 a month, folks. But here's the issue. Besides Roman Reigns, I am not intrigued in this match in the slightest. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, which half the time I don't. I honestly don't feel the build's been that good for this match. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, or maybe I have short-term memory. Maybe they've done a lot more than I remember. I have been busy lately, so Lord knows. That Boy will be able to tell you in a second if I'm just full of shit. But I just haven't bought into it. However, you know, it has been going. I mean, this feud's been going back since what, April. But when you come from um in between Battleground and now, I just feel like for me personally, I haven't really seen anything to buy into it, and I'm just seeing spear after spear after spear. Roman Reigns getting beat to hell, and then spear. You know, and I personally, it kind of bugs me a little bit, but then again, I could be completely wrong and been seeing the wrong television show. But when it comes to who's going to win the match, it's going to be Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns needs this match. I mean, he doesn't need it. But if you're going to continue building him up as a star, and if the rumors are true, to WrestleMania 31, during the main event, Roman Reigns needs to go over.
Well, this, as you know, this thing been going back since April-ish when Evolution and the Shield happened, but this feud kind of accumulated with Randy Orton and Roman Reigns because the fact that Roman Reigns kind of cost Randy Orton that chance to get a WWE World Heavyweight title shot at Summerslam. Because remember, Triple H had plan A to have Orton come out to fight him, but then Roman Reigns just came out, beat him up. Just like how Dean Ambrose beat up Seth Rollins every time he tried to cash in. And then, but also at the fact, after that, the week after, Randy Orton just beat up Roman Reigns a whole lot, and then basically it's like, oh, because Triple H told Randy Orton that, as long as Roman Reigns is there, you're not gonna get your shot at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So basically, Orton just beat him up basically. But what Mike says, like, it was not that much of a hype to this match. I mean, beat up, spear, Superman punch, RKO, DDT, or whatever. But I'm gonna agree with Mike. Roman Reigns needs this match. If he's gonna go over, if the rumors are true, if he's gonna get over, he needs to start right now at SummerSlam and win against Randy Orton. Anything else you want to add, Mike?
Yeah. According, if I'm seeing this right, that's Michael Cole telling you can get the WWE Network for $9.99. Um.
Boy.
Oops, that was the wrong sound effect, folks. I meant this one.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Comedian over here.
Anyways, no, I got nothing else I want to add. No.
Well, sit back, relax, Mike, because it's poem time. You know why it's poem time?
Oh my goodness. Here we go, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Cornfield Production Studios proudly brings to you the #1 AJ Lee fan in the world, Cowboy!
Get it correct. I am the WGS TV and the HWR Divas correspondent.
And the #1 AJ Lee fan in the world.
I don't know. I seen worse on Twitter. Anyway, and now, because a page is the idea of a poem, I'm like, I just wrote up a few poem stuff basically for this. It's basically whatever it's hyped up to be, basically. There is going to be one line that doesn't rhyme, so I apologize ahead of time.
Oh boy, here we go, folks.
Oh boy, here we go. AJ Lee versus Paige, a match with little hype, because WWE doesn't want to give it that hype. WWE just got very lazy. This is a match where two chicks are crazy. Paige is acting like she's AJ Lee's friend, but AJ Lee knows Paige is playing pretend. AJ Lee got hurt because of Paige when AJ Lee got pushed right off the stage. AJ says she will end Paige's fairy tale, but at least no one in this storyline went to jail. This next part is a spoiler. I apologize. Letting Eva beat AJ this week should be a sin, but WWE did that on Raw and SmackDown, and I need some gin. The match will start when they ring the bell. The match will start when they ring the bell. Here's my pick that I will tell. I will enjoy this match in my cottage. I say this match will end with a referee stoppage. That's the one that doesn't run. Apologize. Um, Paige will hit the Paige Turner in the Paige tap out, which might make AJ Lee, due to storyline injury, pass out. I hope you all like my recital, because I say Paige will walk out of SummerSlam with the Divas title. No matter the outcome of this match, both Divas are still fine. You can watch this match on the pay-per-view for $9.99.
Oh my god! Folks, that deserves. That, despite, yes, there were some non-rhyming lines in there, and for those, and we will be showing that home to our good friend, Mr. Bay Area MVP, at some point, because he is gonna love that one. But one more time, folks. Boy, before we continue, you need to take a bow, sir. You take a bow.
Thank you.
Anyways, now for my pick on this match, which will not be clearly as clever and thought out and intelligent and all those things. For those of you who don't know, I was at WrestleMania 30. So was James. And no, we actually hung out during the weekend and after, and neither one of us expected AJ really to walk out of WrestleMania, although I think I actually picked her to. But we went to Raw the next night, and I think I don't know if I texted you or whatever, or you texted me or whatever. But then the minute that music hit, I swear to God, I think I texted you or did something. It was like, oh my God, Dave! I probably didn't. I remember coming out of Raw that night when I met up with you to go get my bags from the car. I was just like, what happened? What the Page debuted? Oh my God, going crazy. And then now AJ returns and wins the title back. So it's so crazy, so awesome. I love that Paige is heel now because I'm buying into it a little bit more. I buy into her more. I already bought into her before. I'm buying, as Seth Rollins says, I bought in. I bought into Paige even more. She's a heel. This is the anti-diva. This is Paige. Her promo skills are obviously showing a little bit of improvement because as a face, come on, terrible. Well, not terrible, but okay, terrible, but not terrible. For those of you who don't get that reference, we're not going to explain it. Anyways, so all in all, like I said, they're both crazy. It's going back and forth. I feel that this is two sides of the coin. This is since AJ came back, they had the match at, what was it, Battleground, right?
Yes, Battleground.
They had the match at Battleground, the rematch from after AJ returning and winning his belt. Now they're having another match for the belt. I mean, it's hard to decide because if Paige wins, then AJ has to get another shot. The AJ wins, you think that would kill the feud. But at the same, you know what I'm saying? When you get to the point of someone already had their rematch and then is getting another shot after that, it kind of makes you think how it's gonna go. But I think if they were smart, and what they should and I think will do, give Paige the belt back and let her have a lengthy run as this heel anti-divas champ. Where does AJ go from there? Because she is a women's wrestler. There's only so far you can go when you're not involved with the Divas title. So Paige is gonna win this match. She will become the Divas champion, and nah, I can't think of a poem. So sorry, folks. I'm just not that clever. Anyways, next
Well,
match.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back to this one. Apologize because really, I told people before Mania. I think a few people. I don't remember who I told to. Was that if AJ retained her title at Mania, Paige was gonna debut and fight for the title. However, I didn't expect Paige to win the title and then AJ take a break and comes back and win the title. I thought they were gonna have a good feud going, from Extreme Rules and like Money in the Bank Payback.
And for those of you who don't know us, which none of you do, I thought it was funny because the night after Money in the Bank, Jericho had already, I mean, Miz returned and Jericho returned, and I was on a call with Fat Boy, and then we got off the call, and I was typing in our Skype group. I was just jokingly as Paige was in the ring, like, "Come on, AJ! Come on, AJ!" And then her music hits, and Fat Boy calls me back like, "Mike, the hell?" And then a few minutes later, 1, 2, 3. He's like, "No!" No! He loves AJ, folks, and this is not me just teasing him again like I always do. He loves AJ, and he knows that it gives me more opportunity to make fun of, to tease him for the next several months until she loses the title, or in days. Maybe it's a few days, but it's just so. Especially because we got a fan. Oh, we're not going to go into that. Anyways, go ahead.
But really, it's like I never expected AJ to come back and win the title back from Paige just like that. I thought maybe she win it back at Battleground, or maybe even SummerSlam. But I don't know. So I'm saying Paige will win, and also it's gonna be Paige's 22nd birthday. So I don't know. They might give her.
Yay!
Anyway, we're going off track now. Um, it's time to capture the flag for $9.99. Where we have Jack Swagger versus Rusev.
And how much did each of those flags cost?
$9.99, I think.
Oh,
Go ahead,
wow.
Mike.
I've been so intrigued by Swagger and Rusev. I wish they were having. Well, they haven't actually specified how this match is gonna go. If you're actually gonna, at least what I don't know if Fat Boy would correct me if I'm wrong here once I finish what I have to say. I'm not sure have they specified if it's just actually capture the flag or if it's pin or the other rumor that whoever wins their country's anthem plays, or have they specified it all? Fat Boy? No. He's looking it up, I guess.
No. Usually, a capture the flag match is basically they're gonna have two flags on each on a corner, and basically it's the first person to capture their flag. But I think the rules might change. But for now, I'm going by what the original rules are. It's just capture your own flag when you win the match.
I don't like the idea of hunting. I wish they would have another regular singles match, especially because the one at Battleground, well, we know what happened there. But I don't like seeing another match because the issue with the flag match or any type of match where you get to climb something is the majority of the time is spent stopping your opponent from climbing the turnbuckle. If they're going to be going to the turnbuckle and you have to run to stop them, that's what I hate about that match. Because you're going to be seeing a lot of that, and I'm not, there'll be some, technical wrestling, but that just bugs me a little bit. But however, um, I, I think if they want to do this right, They need to have Jack Swagger win, and not just because Jack Swagger is getting over now. He's only getting over because he's going against Rusev, but that's not the point. Um, he needs to um he needs to win. I think there'll be another match at some point. Rusev will completely crush him. Crush! And, then he'll move on. I think eventually this whole Rusev anti-America thing, it eventually has to lead to a match with John Cena, don't it? I mean, John Cena is the guy, the military guy, the guy that visits all the troops. He's the good guy. He's the hero. And I'm not dogging Cena, folks. I'm not being a Cena hater. I'm just saying that's just his gimmick, and that's how he actually is in real life. So for me, that makes sense. Although the rumor was him with the program with Big E, don't know how that's going to go now with the whole Nation of Domination remake 2.0, whatever you want to call it, seeming having been dropped. At least that's what it seems like. Um. Anyways, to sum up before I go on a complete another tangent, which it seems like I already have. Sweater.
Well, this is an interesting feud. Let's say that. I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with you, Mike. Usually, any anti-American type stuff will have to go to the big person, which is at the old days it was Hogan, but then now it's like Cena, basically. So basically, Rusev's gonna go to Cena next, which I think will happen around the tribute to the troops time, but I don't know for sure. But anyway, I'm getting off track myself. Swagger is going to win because if they're going by the old rules, which is capture the flag from the pole, it's basically a flag on a pole match, basically. Because basically it's like, Rusev has not lost by a pinfall or a submission. He lost by disqualification and maybe a counter, but I think it's more disqualification that he lost. I don't know. He never lost a counter. No, sorry. Anyway, he never got pinned. He never got submitted. So since this is not going to be involving a pinfall or a submission, I'm going to say Swagger. But if it does, if the rules is different, then I have to give Rusev, unfortunately.
I mean, that's why it's so hard to predict the match, because we don't know how the rules are going to go. I think it was this straight just capture the flag. It's Swagger. A pinfall or submission, I'd have to say Rusev. But if it is just capture the flag, that's technically a good thing, because that's why matches like that, like matches like a ladder match, are kind of like feud enders. Not anymore, but they should be. I like those because it keeps a person still strong. It doesn't knock them down a notch. Like, you're not going to go, oh, Rusev being buried or he lost all his momentum because he couldn't take a flag off a pole quicker than his opponent. You know what I'm saying? I think, by having him lose that way, it keeps him still strong, even in losing.
Yeah, I agree with that because basically you keep Rusev momentum, you keep him as this strong heel that really nobody can beat by a pinfall or submission. So I agree, and I'm going to say Swagger. If it's capture the flag, if it's pinfall submission, unfortunately it has to be Rusev. Anyway, we're on. You ready to go on to the next match? Well, I'm going to have to talk about this one because I am, as you remember earlier in the show, I am the WGS TV and the Hardcore Wrestling Radio's Divas correspondent. This is for the first time 3 straight pay-per-views where we gotta have 2 Divas matches. This one is gonna be the Battle of the Husband's Finisher that you will see for $9.99. Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon. How do you
Fat Boy, How much did Brie Bella have to pay to get out of jail the Monday night?
$999. Wait, what? $999. I think maybe $999, but I don't know for sure. Anyway,
You're supposed to know it's still just say $9.99 regardless. Dang it.
uh,
Anyways,
but how you really explain this feud? Really, the fact is that Daniel Bryan.
honestly, go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know how I'm gonna stop it. This is basically how I feel. That this is basically, remember, Daniel Bryant is was feuding with the Authority, and this was going on until after Mania, after he won the title, and then basically he had to they basically stripped him of the title because of an injury. But at the Payback pay-per-view, Brie Bella basically gave up her WWE contract and career by saying I quit, basically, because Stephanie McMahon put up the you either give us the title or we fire your wife, basically. So basically, Brie just it's like, you can't fire me because I quit. Slap. And basically, it really went off or not, but then later on, you see that Nikki Bella suffered a punishment by the Authority where she gets put into many uh, handicap matches with the Total Divas, Eva Marie and Alicia Fox for some odd damn reason, Eva Marie Cameron, or whatever the combination of whatever who all the heel divas that works for Authority, and then basically like Brie Bella want her job back, and basically Stephanie McMahon got fired. No, not fired. I'm sorry. Rewind. Stephanie McMahon got arrested for laying her hands on Brie Bella. So basically, Brie Bella said, "I'll drop the charges if you give me three things." Well, she said one at a time. Get Nikki a raise, give her back her job, and fight her at SummerSlam. Which Stephanie agreed, and basically, basically Stephanie slapped Brie, and then we had a cat fight, and then the next two Raw, Stephanie hits a pedigree on both Bellas, and then last week after Stephanie slapped some actor who can't act, that was Dan Bryan's physical therapist. She put Stephanie in a yes lock. But this was a hard one to pick. I'm just gonna say, to be honest. And really, it's more a coin flip. But
Okay, folks. Not quite sure what happened, but believe we lost that boy. Not quite sure what happened. Uh, okay. I'm not sure we lost that boy. See if we can't get him back. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm sorry for the interruption. Um, let me see here. Let me see. Anyways, trying to get him back, folks. Hmm. We're trying to get him back, folks. Sorry for this boringness. If you don't like it, guess what? And he's back, folks.
I froze because my internet went down a little bit.
Well, I thought it was me because it happened to me when I was doing WGS TV the other night for the Raw review.
This one was my fault this time because I was also looking at my I was also on watching a stream. Where did we left off at?
You're talking about Stephanie and Brie.
I know that, but what part did I froze at?
You froze talking about. I don't know. once you froze, I was trying to get you back. So I don't know. You were talking about just the build up, basically.
I know. Basically, like, you know, basically was that Stephanie McMahon, basically Brie Bella and Stephanie McMahon, basically had this thing. Stephanie got arrested. Basically, Brie Bella had her charges hanging above her, and she said she would drop the charges if Stephanie McMahon agreed to the terms and stipulations of one, giving her job back, two, giving Nikki Bella a raise, and three, having a match with her at SummerSlam. Contract signing the next week. Stephanie McMahon hits both Bellas with a pedigree, and then we got a yes lock by Brie Bella the following week after after Brie Bella slapped the living taste out of the physical therapist of Daniel Bryan. Still can't act. I'm gonna say Brie Bella. I think Nikki's gonna turn on her after the match, but I think Brie's gonna win.
All right. Let's see. I'm sorry, folks, for again another interruption. Trying to plug in my computer charger. Okay. So, as we all know, this started from that moment when Daniel Bryan got taken out in the ambulance, pushed Stephanie, as I think Fat Boy mentioned. It all started just from that one little nudge. And I've heard the word bitch uttered on Raw more times in the last couple months than I think we have in a while. And it's been such a good build up. And I'm looking forward to this. This match could be absolutely freaking terrible. This match could be one of the worst matches in a while. Especially because Stephanie hasn't wrestled in 10 years. I guarantee you she's been training for a while. But 10 years. Wow. I mean, we all predicted this match was coming. But the way it happened, oh man, dude, I tell you what, folks, I am salivating at this match for some freaking reason. I just loved it, and we knew it was gonna happen, but somehow you still go, oh, because she's just like, Steph, she's like, Brie, I just want to let you know, oh, I'm gonna make you my bitch. I was like, ah! Even though we already heard the word bitch so many other times by Brie, it's just when she says it when Stephanie says it like that, after slapping her, I'm gonna make you my bitch. Oh, man. I don't know what about it. I'm just looking forward to it. This match could be terrible. However, and like you said, she pedigreed both Bellas. All is good in the world, it seems like, except for the fact that Stephanie is going to win this match. All because of what a lot of people suspect, and it may not happen because she is still attacking Nikki, but I feel that it's going to happen, and Fat Boy knows what I'm about to say. Nikki Bella Nikki's gonna turn on her sister. Nikki Bella's gonna do what John Cena won't do in turn heel. See? Turn heel. Nikki Bella's gonna turn heel. Nikki Bella's gonna turn heel. Stephanie is gonna win this match. Oh, Nikki Bella could turn heel after. Who knows? She could turn heel after Steph Bree wins. Who knows? I still think Stephanie
That's what I
wins.
said.
I think though Stephanie walks out the victor.
Does that mean Stephanie McMahon's gonna come out every week say, "I beat Brie Bella at SummerSlam"?
Yes. Every single week, night after night, because as you know, she beat Brie Bella. She beat Brie Bella. She beat Brie Bella. And, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, continue on.
This next match is where the other two members of the family got banned because they didn't pay $9.99. It is Chris Jericho versus Bray Wyatt. Go ahead, Mike.
So do like every a superstar in the world in WWE have to pay $9.99 in order to wrestle on the pay per view too?
Yes.
Well, Jericho and Bray Wyatt. I'll tell you what, this has been interesting. I didn't see the need for it at first. Obviously, Bray needed to get on strong. A strong win after losing to Cena, losing on Money in the Bank, and basically losing 3 straight pay-per-views. No, normally you don't really count Money in the Bank as a loss because it's Money in the Bank. But Jericho returned and beat Bray Wyatt, and everyone's kind of like, "Whoa, what?" But Bray Wyatt's gonna win this match because he has to. I think there'll be a third match at Night of Champions again, like everyone pretty much has been predicting, because that's when Jericho would take his time off again, and I'll get to replace him on my fantasy team. um, I can't say too much to the build up because again, I'm a person who I'm not very good at describing the build up. I just give you my opinion on how it is, how if I liked it or not. And I know being the leader of this channel, because it's my channel, it's probably a bad thing. But again, that's why I bring guests on, because they'll tell you the real story. They'll tell you how it works. And so yeah, but basically, I like it. I was kind of turned off by Bray Wyatt in a sit-down interview. You know, sitting across from Jericho and then having was it Michael Cole? I think it was, right?
Uh-huh.
Am I right on that, Fabio? Was it Michael Cole that interviewed him?
I thought it was Chris Jericho that interviewed Bray Wyatt. I was mistaken.
Was Jericho and Bray Wyatt like sitting across from each other in chairs? Maybe they weren't. I don't know. Point is, it just felt awkward. Bray Wyatt in that type of setting, sitting down in a chair, across from someone just talking. For some reason, I was turned off by it. But nonetheless, it's going to be a very good match. Contender for match of the night, I'm telling you right now. But Bray Wyatt is going to get this victory. He needs a victory. He hasn't had a very strong victory in a while. And that cage match win against John Cena back at, what was it, Extreme Rules? I don't consider that a strong win. I was laughing my ass off. I don't consider it a strong win, and he needs a strong win right
now. So basically, really, this story interesting goes back to when Chris Jericho returned, and the fact that the Wyatt family all of a sudden just attacked him. Oh my, man, why is the Wyatt family attacking him? And then, you know, it was shocking that to see Chris Jericho winning at Battleground, because a lot of people said Bray Wyatt was going to win at Battleground, but you kind of understood why they gave Chris Jericho the win, because this pay-per-view right here can help Bray Wyatt. Basically, because I'm gonna pick Bray Wyatt because he needs this one to help his gimmick. Basically, you know, Even though he doesn't have both members of the Wyatt family, because both of them did lose to Chris Jericho on the SmackDown and Raw, so basically that's why they're banned. And you know, and all with even though all these attack, Chris Jericho still comes back and competes. But at the end, Bray Wyatt, he's going to win. He needs this win. Otherwise, what's the point of him fighting Chris Jericho and losing to Jericho not once but twice?
Nah, I mean, I see if he loses to Jericho again, well, I even know the fans love Jericho. They're gonna start saying Bray Wyatt getting buried, and that's what it would seem like too. It makes you wonder though. Bray Wyatt has a very, very specific kind of character. And you can have weird gimmicks and characters that last a long time. His character is very specific, and I've been starting to wonder how much longer can this gospel, whatever kind of gimmick you want to call it, spewing all this rhetoric and lines and this stuff people can hardly understand. How long can that go on for? Especially if he's losing,
And you're right. Really, is that I caught. What's wrong?
I just noticed
What?
on your screen. I just noticed.
Oh. Anyway, going off topic. Anyway, but going really with this one is that the fact is that this is basically a cult um gimmick that he has basically with his followers, which is his family, and yeah. But you're right. How long can a gimmick, people like this gimmick, you know, for a while, but then once he was feuding Chris Jericho, everybody started hating the gimmick. But how much can this gimmick last if he keeps losing and losing and losing and losing? I felt like he kind of lost a little bit of that by losing the last man standing match to Cena.
I still have said my opinion on how I think it's technically within the rules, but you said that incapacitate your opponent. Technically, you didn't incapacitate Bray Wyatt. You made it physically impossible for him to get up. And
And
I don't like. It's just like the whole duct taping thing. Duct taping Batista's feet to the ring post, or Del Rio doing Big Show's feet to the ropes.
what about the
That kind of
time?
shit.
What about the time Del Rio pushed the announce table over Big Show when he won the title?
That too. That too. Those kind of wins annoy me. And I was like, oh my god, he won! He incapacitated Bray Wyatt. No, he didn't. Made it physically impossible. I don't like those gimmicks. I don't like the gimmick of making it like putting somebody under a thing so they can't get out, or make it physical, taping the feet like, oh my god, you just to incapacitate your opponent to where they can't physically stand. Well, it's not because they can't physically stand. They could if you didn't fucking, excuse my language, folks, but I cuss, so get over it. The whole, we're completely off topic, but so it bothers me. It bothers me with stuff like that. But anyways, let's continue.
The last match of the night is gonna be for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, which you can buy the two belts for less than $9.99. I think.
That's
It
the
is.
$9.99. Wow.
I know, right? But the fact is that this is the champion versus the beast on a pay-per-view of $9.99. John Cena versus Paul Heyman's client Brock Lesnar, who conquered the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania.
Fat boy, fat boy, fat boy, fat boy. How many times?
I can't do it like that. Okay, sorry. Gosh. Do it.
Alright, folks, hold on, let me. Me. Brock Lesnar.
There you go.
Anyways, continue.
Alright, so basically, we obviously know that the Authority doesn't like Cena holding the title because he won it at the Money in the Bank after the title got vacated thanks to Daniel Bryan's injury. And basically, Plan A didn't work at Battleground, and Plan A basically Randy Orton got beat up by Roman Reigns. Plan B was going to be Seth Rollins, but he's dealing with Dean Ambrose. So Paul Heyman came out, it's like, talk to me if you want Plan C. So right after Battlegrounds, like, you have to incorporate Plan C. And you know whose Plan C was? Say it again.
Brock Lesnar.
Okay. Oh yeah, Brock Lesnar. The guy. This is the same guy who broke the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. Me and Mike was there, and this is our reaction.
Oh.
Now, my pick for this one is that it's gonna be Lesnar. Basically, I was talking with the Hardcore Wrestling Radio crew on Wednesday about this, and somebody brought up a good point. Why would they let Undertaker lose his streak to Lesnar if Lesnar does not win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam? What would have been the point of them breaking that streak?
Exactly, man.
So I say Brock Lesnar's going to win, but I think he might be a transitional champion. I think that even though the rumors say he's going to hold it to Mania, I think he's going to lose it at Night of Champions. I don't know, but Mike, it's all up to you now.
Well, you know what I hope happens, but honestly, it's like you said, yeah. And this is one I can actually shed a little bit of light on. Being there at WrestleMania Live, it was so shocking. My first WrestleMania ever. Looking forward to the Undertaker. Looking forward to the streak. And let's face it, the match was again. You've heard this from so many people, so many times over. Me and Fat Boy have spoken about this so many times over. But again, the match was pretty terrible. The match was pretty bad. But I'm still into it because it's the Undertaker, it's the streak, it's WrestleMania, and the third F5. Me and Fat Boy weren't sitting together, folks, because there was money issues involved on my side, but that's not the point. But again, we texted each other right away. And just our shocked look. And, it hit. Third F5 hits. The whole crowd's kind of dead because the match was kind of bad. And everyone's just sitting there like, okay, 1, 2, 3. What? The whole crowd let out at once. What? Crazy? You saw the guy, it's unbelievable how the emotion, that everyone let out, and how it got. There was, there was silence, before that, but the silence that was let out afterward was a different kind of silence. It's a kind of silence that you're like, I'm not sure how to explain it, but it's a kind of silence where, not when something's boring, but when something earth shattering and, monumental that just completely shocks the world happens, and all you can do is sit there with your jaw dropped, your eyes wide, not as wide as the shocked Taker guy, but it getting off track, but through all that 21-1 on the screen. Taker's down. Barely can get up afterwards. The winner of this match, Brock Lesnar. The streak is broken, and then he comes first circle just to have him lose the next match. And I still say if Daniel Bryan hadn't got hurt, or hadn't been hurt, hadn't had to get stripped of the title, hadn't had to have surgery, he would be losing. He would be the one. He would be facing Lesnar. I'd still say Daniel Bryan would be the one facing Lesnar, and Lesnar would still be winning the WWE title. Because, and I pointed this out to Fat Boy, and I don't think at first I don't think Fat Boy. I don't know if it was Fat Boy or someone else didn't agree with me, but I explained to him how it was gonna go. You know, they were like, "Oh, we're so sick of Daniel Bryan being the champion. You know, we haven't been able to regain the upper hand. We just can't get him to lose. We can't have anyone. No one can defeat him. This is irritating." And then that's where again the Paul Heyman thing happened. You know, it happened, just not with Daniel Bryan. Paul Heyman coming in and being like, you know, if you need another plan, someone surefire to take out. Well, in this case, it would have been, you know, Daniel Bryan instead of John Cena. Let me know. I got somebody. But I can tell you, I called that exactly how it was going to happen. Again, it just was with John Cena instead of Daniel Bryan. But, I mean, I've said this from day one since the streak broken. Whoever beats Lesnar next needs to be someone you're going to push to the fucking moon. Because if Cena beats Lesnar after beating the streak, that does nothing for John Cena's career. There's no way, nothing you can do for John Cena, you know, stat-wise, besides breaking Ric Flair's title number, 16 titles, that can make Cena's career any more bigger than it already is. Lesnar wins. He continues to prove his dominance while he's the beast. He broke the streak. Then he takes the title. Whoever beats him is going to be a star. Unless they go the Money in the Bank route and have him lose via cash in, which I don't think they'll go that route. But it wouldn't shock me, considering, like, I mean, what are they going to have? If Lesnar holds it till Mania, again, as everyone said, how would that work with him having limited dates? But anyways, again, I know this is a long rant, but it's just it's something I felt strong about and I felt I need to talk about and let out. Lesnar's going to win this match. He absolutely has to win this match. If a cash-in happens afterwards, I don't think, which I don't think will. Again, I'm a little biased because I want to see it happen because I want to see my boy Seth win. But at the same time, it would be bad because again, yeah, whoever beats Lesnar is going to get boosted up, and at the same time, Seth would have beat him via a cheap win. Therefore, I think it still devalues having beat Lesnar because once Lesnar loses, whether it's a cash in or a normal match, the whole beating the streak thing got completely ruined. So I don't know. I mean, whoever beats Lesnar has to be a star that they're going to be pushing. Sorry for the long tangent, but anyways, go ahead.
Well, you're going to what, like how that silence felt. Hulk Hogan explained this best. It was like somebody died. It's like you were at a funeral home, basically. And not just because it's the Undertaker, because it's Undertaker, but but it's like. But the fact is that you're right. It was shocking and uninspiring. And basically, what you have been saying. Whoever beats Lesnar, it has to be someone that they see as the next star. I don't think it's going to be Cena. Rollins, no. I think Rollins is going to save that briefcase for some time. What
it appears we lost him again. Okay, that kind of sucks. We're gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna wait for him again. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, folks. Basically, again, as we said, Lesnar has to win this match. He's gonna win this match. Um, yeah. Overall, side predictions, obviously, as we said, you know, uh, Nikki Bella's gonna turn heel. I think Fat Boy agrees with that. But all in all, I mean, I have to work during SummerSlam, which sucks, but it's gonna be a good pay-per-view. I think it's gonna be a good pay-per-view. But anyways, folks, thank you for watching. I know this is a long struggle and irritating broadcast, so I thank you for sticking through. If you did, if you didn't, that's fine too. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed the show, and until next time, from the Cornfield Studios, Production Studios, in the wonderful, wonderful field of Iowa, I'm Mike. And or folks, since he comes back.
No. The fact that my electricity went out, basically. So
I was getting ready to just close the show, and I was starting to close the show. I'm like, oh, he's back. Never mind. Let him finish what he's saying.
So basically, what I'm saying is this: whoever beats Lesnar, it has to be somebody that they gotta push to the moon. What you have said, because the streak being broken by Lesnar is basically the cherry on top. Whoever can beat the guy who broke the streak has to be the number one guy that WWE sees. It can't be Cena, because what have Cena already have proven? He already beat Lesnar a couple times already, and the fact is that he's just defending the title. Yeah, he's got to hold on to the belt if he wins, but what be the point of Cena winning? But if Cena does win, I see a cash-in.
Yeah, that especially because I know advertisements mean nothing, but my local area advertising for our house show that we're getting on September 28th, which is going to be the return of Seth Rollins to his home. Sure, it's in Moline, which is right across the river, but it's part of the Quad Cities, just like Davenport is, which is Seth's hometown, which is my hometown. It's his return to the Quad Cities, and they're advertising John Cena versus Mr. Money in the Bank Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, again, as we know, just need nothing because the advertisement puts out for whoever's the champion at that time. Clearly, it's going to be, something different's going to happen. I mean, Lesnar will probably still win, and because, like I said, you gotta. Oh shit! Here, miss. My bad. Well, you gotta have Cena. Not Cena. Like I said, the advertising could mean absolutely nothing. It could completely, just be, whatever they. I get. They could have made it for whoever was champion at the time. But again, like I said, it could be something, might not be. But anyways, I'm just rambling again. So to wrap it up, that boy. To wrap up this discussion.
All right. Any final thoughts on SummerSlam?
Final thoughts will be: this is going to be a good pay-per-view. So many matches I'm looking forward to. We still don't know what the pre-show match is going to be, or if one of the matches we already have is going to be on the pre-show.
I highly doubt that, but I think they might add a match. It might be a
Unless they're
last
going to
minute.
add a tag team title match, which I doubt, considering they just had that match on main event.
Oh no. You know, I just realized.
What?
Remember that Tostitos contest that they had?
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling that you might see that contest winner at SummerSlam.
Well, what is? Do you think that fans gonna get like to be in a match or something? Or?
Or be in the ring during the pre-show.
Hmm.
I don't think I'll be in a match, but I mean, yeah, you see on WWE.com he's been training and all that stuff at the WWE Performance Center, but I don't know. I'm afraid though.
I doubt
Anyway,
it. But anyways, folks, we've been going for 1 hour and 10 minutes with a few interruptions, and again, this is not like a review or a serious prediction. This is just a general discussion. Well, it's predictions, but it's not like serious. We're just having fun, speaking our minds. If you don't like that type of format, again, there's other people who do things more efficiently, which again, with our boy Double B, Billy Boudreaux, over on WGS TV, or the boys over at Hardcore Wrestling Radio. They do things more efficiently. They're better thought out. Again, this is just for fun. And when I'm over there, I do think things a little more thought out. But again, right now I'm just having fun. But to close it out, ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, the man who wishes he was Phil Brooks. Fat boy, where can people find you online, sir?
you are despicable, you know that.
It's
Anyway,
true though. You wish you were Phil Brooks.
anyway, you can find me on WGS TV's Facebook page, which is facebook.com/WGSTV. Same thing with Hardcore Wrestling Radio. You can just like Facebook and find WGS TV or Hardcore Wrestling Radio. You find me there. I do the news article there for them, and then also it's like you can also find me on Twitter at Fatboy504, and you can also find me on iVlog.tv/user/Fatboy504. Game shows, games, sports talk, wrestling. Mike, go ahead.
And y'all can find me on Twitter. Even I don't really tweet. The only tweets you see are me liking videos from YouTube. At Michael Viola. Also, you can find me right here on YouTube. But yeah, that's about it. Just me, doing whatever it is I feel like talking about. There will be some other videos coming eventually through the week. As you all will have hopefully seen by the intro, if I can get the intro into the video somehow. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching so much. This is your head corn producer, Mike. That's Fat Boy, and we will see y'all next time on As the World Turns.
Doo-doo. By the way,